two monsters. Here we go.
Oh, hey, friend. It's so good to see you again. There's no one like you. You can do anything you put your mind to. Just a thing we thought you should know. Are you ready? 'Cause here we go. It's Wonder Friends. Wonder Friends. Wonder Friends. It's time for Wonder Friends Show. Yay! All right.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Tuesday, May 19th. So a couple things, just real quick to kind of catch everybody up on everything. So today we typically would do, if you're tuning in on Tuesdays, we typically would do Cut It Out Tuesdays, where we do some cut paper stuff. We're doing something different today because yesterday we had some technical difficulties that completely boot us off the whole thing. So we're going to be drawing monsters today. We're going to do two monsters today. And as always, as we're drawing these, if there is something that you see or you're inspired to do something and you twist it off and you want to do your own thing with it, that's the whole point. We're really just trying to be creative together. I'm kind of like a guide that help you along the way, help you kind of figure out stuff. If you get frustrated, don't get too worried about it. Everybody gets frustrated with this stuff. Sometimes it's easy to draw, sometimes it's hard. Some days it's clicking. Some days drawing is simple, and some days you just don't got it. Trust me, that happens to me all the time. It's not just a switch or a flip of a switch that is a way to do it. There are some things that we do, though, that I think help join those type of things together where we're having kind of a stuck moment that will remind ourselves how to do that. And that's what we kind of work on when we do our mindful minutes. So that's what those things are all about. A couple of things today. One is it's Macy's birthday. So holla out to Macy. I guess could throw some balloons and stuff up in the comments if you want. Let her know that it is awesome. She is big 9 today and celebrating with a typhoon of rain in Ohio. That's how we're celebrating the birthday today. But we're going to draw some fun monsters and stuff. So as you're drawing the monsters, if you want to, let's say that you're a girl. If you want to draw a girl monster, great. If you're a boy and you want to draw a girl monster, great. Like really, you can use a couple different ways to do this. If you're a boy and you want to draw a girl monster, you can totally use some things about your mom or your grandma or somebody like that as inspiration for it, or you can just make a fun drawing with it. Totally up to you. I'm going to do a boy monster and a girl monster is how I'm going to do it. You're more than happy or more than welcome to do the same thing with me if you would like. So yeah, we're just going to get all our stuff together. Just real quick, if you need to run out and grab it real quick, what we need today is you're going to need your paper and your markers. We are going to draw these characters, have some fun, do some stuff different. So let's get all those things ready and let's get ready to draw, guys. Let's draw some stuff. So as you have all your stuff, and as you all know, as we get started, what we tend to do here on Wonder Friends is we do a mindful minute. And why is that important, you ask? Well, you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you. It's important because sometimes we got to wake up our brains, right? We got to get our brains ready to roll and get our brains ready to make stuff. And what we can do that is in a couple of different ways. We remind ourselves about how good we are, right? It's a great way to call them affirmations is a good word for it. And then we also do it by waking up and doing some scribble doodles. So how we kind of do it first, we wake up our brain by just saying some good stuff. I want you to take a big breath. And I want you to say, I am me, I do matter, and I am super fantastic. Those things are great if you ever feel stuck or that you can't do something. Sometimes you just got to remind yourself that you're able to do things that maybe are kind of hard, but through knowing that you're super fantastic, one thing you can do is you can at least try. And if you just try, you'll find that you can do a lot more than you ever realize because some people won't even try. And isn't that a shame? All the things that we have that we love, that we use every day, maybe that thing that you're looking into right now, all came out of somebody trying to do something that they might not have known how to do. That is pretty cool. So that's a great way to do it. And the other way that we do it is we do a scribble doodle. And this is to wake up our arms, our brain, our creative muscles, all that stuff like that. And how we do that is we make a scribble. right? Simple. Are there rules? No, it's a scribble. So it is literally just make a scribble just like that, okay? There's no rules to it. I spin mine. You don't have to if you don't want to. And whatever way it lands is what I draw from, okay? Now, it doesn't have to be anything more than what you see, right? You see something, you create something from it. I don't want us to look at what things are. What could they be is a great way to do this. So as you're looking at yours, there's no rules to wait for me or anything like that. I want you just to draw something from it, right? Just create something as you're drawing with me. And what we're doing is we're not spending a ton of time on this. We're not worrying about if it's good or not. We're just making something that we can look at and say like, yep, that didn't exist before I started, and I made it happen, right? Didn't exist before, right? I'm making it happen, same as you guys. I'm gonna draw a little whoop. Check this out. It's like these dudes are like, I don't know, like alien things or something, right? I'm gonna draw like there's like their brains are like floating around in here. Boom. Like they're like these are like little aquarium type things. Their brains floating around in there. These little alien dudes, right? Put some stars around it because why not? So we do these because we're just trying to wake up ourselves, right? We're just trying to wake up our brains. There's no way that we got to say like, oh, this is the only way it could be done. Every one of us draw these things different. We all see something different, and there is no right or wrong answer to this. All I did was I wanted you guys to do these things. Is a great way for us just to get warmed up, right? The same of if you think about, there you go. That shows like the alien brain thing right there a little better. If you think about when you are playing any sports, you do a bunch of stretches and things like that before. This is kind of what we're doing here. We are training our brains to just look at things from a creative outlet, right? Look for things for what they could be, not for what they are. So set that aside over here. Boom. Throw that with my stack. And let's get a new piece of paper and let's draw something. Okay, so I'm going to start with mine up and down, okay? And again, boys and girls, if you are a boy and you would like to draw a boy monster, feel free. If you're a girl and you would like to draw this character as a girl, I'm going to do the boy monster first, and I'm going to do the girl monster second. So if you would like to draw this character as, if you're a boy, you want to draw like a girl, and if you're a girl, you want to draw like a boy, that's fine. Totally up to you. Remember, guys, all we're doing is we're working together in this. There are no, I'm not going to, grade you and tell you that you have to do it exactly like me. I want you to do it exactly like what you would do. That is what is amazing about all of this stuff. All right, so the first thing I want us to do is I want us to draw, just draw yourself like a big old oval, but leave that top open up a little bit. And then I want you to draw on one side just like that. And then I want you to draw another one back just like that. Okay? So then we got this big thin slice out of there, okay? And then I want you to draw one line out like that, and then draw that parallel line, right? A line that goes right beside another line, and to put some up and down lines right there. Okay? Now I want you to draw a wavy line here. Just like that. And let's put two stacked lines just like that. Okay? I want you to put right in the middle. For right now, we're going to just do two lines just like that. Now keep this up and down for me, okay? Now draw one wavy line and draw another wavy line back here. This one's very simple, right? We're just going to draw at the ends just 2 lines and draw. Just put some fingers on that. Oh, got a new member of the zombie markers. That's awesome. When you kill the markers off, that means that you're doing lots of drawings. That's pretty cool. Okay? And then on the top, I want you just to draw 2 of these like hot dog shapes kind of coming off there, right? Now, let's put some brows on here. Let's put some eyebrows. You can do those by just doing some little boxes, right? And let's draw a little line right there. Now, if you guys want to put some dots or freckles or other things around there, feel free. Totally up to you. If you want to put some like little whiskers off of it, totally up to you again. It's your call. You can let's draw a couple lines out like this. And then let's make that shape come over this way. Zombie pencils, yes. And let's make that U shape. And let's put this way. Okay. Now I hope that you guys all kept this up and down just like I have the whole time. Right? Because there's a reason why I want you to do that, okay? Now I want you to take it and I want you to spin it for me and look at it this way, okay? Now, the reason why we do this sometimes like this, right? And we can put our little line in here if you want. Color this in. Totally your call. Start to color this in a little bit. So we do that now. Now here's the thing. Sometimes when we are, let's say, one thing about me, I'll use myself as an example. I am not very good at math, okay? And math is kind of like a thing called an absolute, right? An absolute would be like 1 + 1 = 2, right? We know that that's the right answer. And those people that like are really good with absolutes, sometimes being creative or doing something creative can be really hard, okay? It could be sometimes that it seems like there is some sort of like, you can kind of get confused and think that there's something wrong or it just doesn't make sense, right? It's kind of like looking at like a really hard math problem. It just makes no sense to me. It might make sense to you, but to me, it's really, really hard. Now, when we draw something like what we did there, and we made it up and down, and we did it in a different way, you kind of make your brain think and stretch and try, and you've got to be creative because in your head, if you're maybe one of those people that, math is really easy and absolutes are your thing, it helps you because you can spin that idea in your head and see it a different way, right? It kind of helps. It's a great way to force your brain to do like a creative exercise. That's why I wanted to do it that way. I just wanted to teach you guys maybe something kind of new. Here's another way to do something that is very similar to that. If you are right-handed and you draw with your right hand, switch it over to draw with your left hand, right? You have to do things differently, right? Way, way harder. Another way to do it would be if you have a drawing and you want to copy it, you put that drawing upside down that you want to copy, and then you redraw it over here on another piece of paper. That's another great way for you to learn how to flex your creativity a little bit, how to train yourself to be a little more creative, how to see things different. And it's an easy way to learn how to draw better. So those are some tips for you guys that out there that are really wanting to get better at drawing, stuff like that. That's a really great way to do it. And let me put some color on this. You can feel free to color with me if you want as we wrap this guy up. This is a really simple one today. I wanted to do a really simple one today just so that way we can see. I wanted you guys to go through that exercise and just try something that was a little bit different today as a way to teach you something. Like, right? Who would have thought? Like, I taught you something like that you didn't have to go to school for. So that's kind of cool. You get to learn in your house. So add in like those things like that. You can do things, any kind of stuff. If you want to make it look like it's running, an easy way to do that is to do these little lines like this and throw a little wave in it. Those are like little action lines. Really, really cool. And you can put a shadow underneath it too. That's what these like zombie markers are good for. When the marker starts dying, a great way is to like do shadows and things like that because there's not much left in the markers. So it's a really great way to, see like this guy here, check it. It doesn't leave the super dark line. It's a great way to do it. All right, guys. I'm gonna put, look at this guy. He's got some braces or something. You can make up any kind of story, stuff like that. So guys, this is a great way for you to learn a new way to make characters. Flip them upside down. Try to draw them different ways. Once you feel like you got your character down and you know how to draw it, then try to draw it a different way. And I bet you that if you do that, you will see that the way that you draw and your skills about how you become a much better like artist, drawer, whatever you want to say, it will increase because you're learning how to flip things in your brain and be a little more creative. So there we go. That is the boy monster. I don't know what his name is. His name is like, his name is runs with rabbit ears, but he has no nose, so he can't smell anything. He can't smell anything delicious. You're going to start a zombie marker club. So I think that's what I was going to start doing is I was going to start keeping all of my dead markers, which I usually kind of throw away. And then it'd be kind of fun to keep a box of them. So when the show, as it keeps going on and we switch to even YouTube and stuff, that there becomes like a zombie marker box. So we can keep track of it. I think it'd be kind of funny. So there we go, guys. That's that one. So let's get a new piece of paper. Oh, wait a minute. Before you do that, you got to make sure that you sign your name on it. Make sure that you put your name so everybody knows who made that drawing. All right. Now let's start up and down again. Now I'm going to draw a girl monster. So if you are a boy and you want to draw the girl one, cool. If you're a girl and you want to draw a boy one, cool. You don't have to draw just like mine. You can use what we're doing here and go off and do your own thing. That's the best part about this is I want you guys just to be creative in doing your thing. So, so I got, I'm going to be running out of markers. So I got 4. See my little zombie tree. Oh, you know where one of them is that it's taped to that paper because we made a zombie the other day. So it's like these dudes are just like, you can kind of have them marching around and stuff like that. Oh, you got to be kidding me. It froze again. There is no way that this thing froze again. It is like on the lowest setting. Is it frozen again, guys? Because it does not look like it's frozen on my side at all. All right, I'm going to keep going, and then I'll repost this. So if it's froze, I'm sorry, but I'm going to continue on, and then I'll post the video, and then hopefully that will fix it. But this is definitely not working, that it's constantly freezing. So for this one, we are going to draw a girl monster. And I would like for you to do just 2 lines just like this. And then let's put like this little shape on the bottom, just like that. Okay. Now I want to make this monster jumping. So I'm going to put 2 lines on the outside that will be where I'm going to build the feet off of. And I'm going to draw just like almost like a heart shape, but leave it open. So like a heart shape and leave it open. And I'm going to draw another line down there. And then connect those 2. Okay? Good. So I haven't frozen. That's good. Now I'm going to draw 2 arms up. So I'm going to do 2 sticks on each side. Just like that. And bring a shape around just like that. Okay? So it's all the way around like so, but don't touch it. Okay? And draw 1 oval, 2 ovals, 3 ovals. Now draw a little thing just like that. So now it's like a hand close, right? Now you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side, except opposite. So we're going to go 1 around, then draw 1 oval, 2 ovals, 3 ovals, and then a little bloop down to connect it. Okay? Now I'm going to put a tail of some sort. Put a tail of some sort on yours. It doesn't have to be anything special. Just do your kind of tail. And I'm going to put some spikes on it. Because why not? Now, a way to show that this character is jumping, right, is to give it a ground, right? And if it has a ground, we know that it's upright. So the way to do that is I'm going to draw an oval at the bottom, okay? Now, I draw this oval at the bottom. If I color it in, now I have a shadow, right? And I can do some little action lines by the legs. So the character knows. And you can even do something like this where I have like 2 lines up like this and do like a little squiggly, right? Now it looks like it's jumping like, right? I'm going to put an oval on its chest with like a shirt. There we go. Kind of do that. Okay. Now, I want you guys to have some fun with it here. So I'm going to draw a big smile in this one. So all the way at the top, all the way across. And then all the way down and around. I'll draw myself a little parallel line, right? Kind of there. Put some lines on it. And draw a line across this way also. Now let's do, if I draw the tongue up, right? This is a great way to show that the character is like super excited or maybe even like yelling or whatever. All right, if you draw that up, now I'm gonna draw this, I'm gonna color this in pink so you can see the tongue okay. There you go. All right. And then I'm gonna draw 2 ovals or 2 circles right beside each other. Now I'm I'm going to turn my thing on my shirt into a cat. And you can turn it into anything that you want on yours. I'm just saying I got a cat t-shirt on, right? And then I'm going to put some little rectangles around just little, like it's a party, right? Now you can draw a couple eyeballs in there if you want. I'm going to put some eyelashes on mine. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to put some ears on, right? Any kind of ears that you would like to put on there. I'm going to draw some like this. That's just like real small ones. But I'm going to put some like little horns on the side. So I'm going to draw one on each side of those. And I'm going to put some lines on it so we know that they're horns. Okay. And then I'm going to put this on the top. And then put some spots on it. So it's like a party. It's at a party. Macy, you can make this your happy birthday monster birthday party. Monster kid, right? So this is all just a character having a good time. You guys can put things like, if you want to put some like stripes on its legs. These are all just things to give you something to color, right? Have some fun with. You can do some stripes on the arms. Different things like this are great ways to just give yourselves some things to draw on here. They give you a little more variety, or not to draw, things to color that you can then get your markers out and start to color them in and add a little color to them, a little fun. You can have some fun coloring in this character different ways, stuff like that. Really fun way to go about making a character, you know, come alive is giving it a bunch of different things. Start adding color, and then it becomes a whole different thing. It doesn't have to be like all the same all the time. You always change up things, do different stuff. You know, the character can have like funky teeth. It can do all that stuff like that. You can make them in, you know, different, have some fun with it. Like, just don't feel like that you have to be like stuck with like, there's no way that this character would have a certain color, you know, whatever it could be. They can have anything because you're making it. That's the kind of cool part about it, is that you are going to be able to make it however you want. So this is what we're going to do. So it's like a cool party monster character. So I think this is episode 52, I believe, of Wonder Friends, which is wild that we've done this many of them. So guys, as you're going through this stuff and you start to wrap up your character, just want to remind you of what you did today that was really important. Now, before you started today, whatever you're looking at right now started out as a blank piece of paper. It didn't have anything on it. And I don't want you to think that somehow I magically showed you guys how to make something brand new or whatever. What I did was I showed you ways that you can make shapes and turn them into stuff. You brought the magic to what you created because as you were drawing, your brain processed all the stuff that you were doing and you made it into something that was uniquely yours. And I think for that, you need to put your left hand out and you need to take your right hand and you need to pat yourself on the shoulder because you made something today that otherwise wouldn't have existed because you did something very simple as you showed up. You tried. You tried something that you maybe weren't sure about at the beginning and you made something out of it. Now this works with anything, okay? I don't want you to think that the only way that this works is when you're drawing. This works with anything. This works if you're trying to, work on something with math. This works if you're trying to do something with science. This works if you're trying to do something with meeting new people. So many times we get worried and stuck on the starting point because we're afraid that we don't know what we're doing or that it's going to be too hard or whatever it could be. So my hope is that you're watching these shows and as we keep going on, they're making Wonder Friends, that you're realizing that you're making stuff all the time. Each day that you tune in, each day that you draw, you're finding out that you're able to create things that maybe you didn't think you can do. Or maybe you're starting to change from somebody that thinks that they can't draw into somebody that says, you know what, I may not be able to draw the best that I want yet, but I am showing myself that I am able to draw. And that, my friends, is sometimes all that you need to get started. It's that simple. So, as I wrap this up, I'm going to put some like graffiti. Look at this. I mean, this is a very colorful one today that we came up with. That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun making this character too. I hope that you made it uniquely yours. I hope that you had a lot of fun creating this character that, I mean, that's like a party right there. It's a monster party. So remember the first one we did, we learned how to draw from the other side of our brain, right? We learned how to use creativity to create something because we drew this one upside down and it helped us see things a different way. Then we flipped it. And then this one we did what we typically do. We just drew something that was kind of fun that became its own thing. So I hope that you took advantage of this in terms of making it yours and had some fun creating your version of this monster. I'll use my little trick that I do with the markers, right? All right, check that out. And as we're wrapping up, guys, I just want to remind everybody that I got all kinds of books out there. You can check those out on my website if you'd like. They're available, but also they're available on Amazon as well. And if you get them on Amazon, do me a favor and leave a comment. Or if you've already bought any of the books, just go over to Amazon and leave a comment about what you thought of them. You do the rating, all that stuff like that. That helps other people, other kids find those books and stuff like that. What's up, Mrs. Weller? I'm glad that you got to check it out. Thanks for stopping by. And Molly, it's windy where you're at, huh? It's not so windy here. It was windy here last night. Last night it was storming pretty bad, but it's much better now. So let me switch back over here to this one. All right, guys. So as we're wrapping up today, if you want, you can take a picture and put it in the comments of your drawing. Would love to see what your finished drawing looked like and stuff like that. And guys, I want to just send some appreciation back to you and let you guys know how much I appreciate you showing up, how much I think it's very cool to get to see some of the drawings, see some of the messages that your parents are sending me of what you're liking about doing this stuff. And I'd love to hear more. So if there's something that you would like your mom and dad to send a message about or whatever, shoot me a message. I would appreciate that. Those things are great. I would love to hear what you think about it. So as we are, I would say probably like the end of the month is really a good way to think about when it will be switching over to probably like a YouTube, and then I'll still be posting on Facebook and stuff like that. But I think once school's out, I want to be able to switch over to making a much better show for you guys, which I think when I record it, I'll be able to do. It's going to be better cameras, better lights. You know, this has been so much fun to do, and I've learned so much along the way. And I just want to encourage you all that if there's things that you don't know how to do, stop telling yourself that you can't do it and just start trying to do it. You might not be good the first time. I can promise you, you won't be good the first time. If you go all the way back and watch episode 1 of Wonder Friends, you know, you'll see that I wasn't that good at it. I don't even know if I'm that good at it yet, but I know that it's much better right now. So I tried and I got better and I'm getting better. And the next step is going to get better. And that is how you learn how to do things that you don't know how to do, right? School's over in 6 days. Yeah. So I figured, you know, as school gets out, you guys got summer going on. There's going to be other things going on. And this will be a much better way for you to keep up to date. And the projects are going to be better because I'm going to be able to come up with much better ideas and create better projects for us to do. Because, you know, when it's live, I'm kind of limited to what I can do. I can't really think too much out of the box because I got to be able to make something that you guys can do along with me, because there's not the really ability to pause and all that stuff like that. So that's what the videos are going to be. So I don't want you to think that I'm bailing and I don't like this. I'm doing it in a new way because I want it to be better. So yeah, guys, you guys are awesome. I appreciate all of you. Macy, happy birthday to you. Anybody else that has birthdays today that didn't put it in there, happy birthday to you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow, but just remember that you can be the unicorn because you are uniquely you. The day you were born, you're one of a kind, limited edition. There was never another one like you, and there never will be. You have the ability to sprinkle your magic on somebody else's day or even your own, just by understanding that everything about you is unique. Everything about you is not duplicated, and people, they can try and they can try and they can try, but there's not going to make another one of you. That's pretty cool. And next time you catch yourself saying, I can't do something, instead maybe say, maybe I'll try just a little. And you might find out that by trying it, it may not be that hard. Guys, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys. Have a great day. And I will see you tomorrow, Wednesday, already Wednesday, for the Weird Wednesday. So I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.